the shits.
I'm with the giggles. So today we're going to be discussing a serious topic or event, and it's not going to be any giggles. It was something that...
Might be some shits.
No, it's definitely going to be shits, but no giggles. I feel like it was important for us to talk about because we are mother and daughter in a situation that occurred where I'm going to give you a briefing on it.
Details about Madeline Soto. West Bob Hazen has been going through the disturbing new evidence all morning and learned that investigators say Maddie's mother defended the man accused of killing her daughter. In these documents, detectives say she didn't just defend Stephen Stearns, she also suggested the sexual abuse was, quote, not evil. So she never made it. That is Madeline's mom, Jennifer, talking with deputies, her boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, by her side. 13-year-old Maddie was missing, but investigators believe Stearns had actually murdered her after sexually abusing Maddie for years and recording it on his phone. New evidence released by the state attorney's office includes these pictures of a room in their home, room number 4, with a chain lock on the door. The night before Maddie vanished, Jennifer Soto told investigators she sent her daughter to that room to go to bed alone with Stearns. I needed some sleep, so I asked, "Hey, can you guys go to the guest bedroom upstairs?" She never saw Maddie alive again, and during the search, she said nothing had seemed strange, but did offer this bit of information. She did recently tell Stephen that she had a crush on a boy. The evidence also includes details of Soto's interview with detectives after Stearns was arrested and on the day that Maddie's body was found. It says she defended Stearns, and while she denied knowing about ongoing sexual abuse, she, quote, even at one point referred to the sex stuff as not evil, but the murder of Madeline as evil. The detective says it appeared Soto had accepted that the victimization was happening. We also hear Stearns himself trying to explain why his phone's memory was wiped out before handing it over to investigators. I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone. And they talked to Stearns' father, Chris, who said his son had a history of lying to them and his story didn't add up. Before I left the house the other night, I turned to my wife and I said, do we really know Stephen? Can we honestly say we really know him?
So hearing the case, it made me think of like when I was younger. And my mom used to ask me, I was mad young. She used to ask me, oh, did your dad touch you? Did he say anything to you? Or did he tell you not to tell mommy? And at the time, I thought it was weird because I'm a little girl and my dad never did anything to me to make me feel uncomfortable. But I get it now and I appreciate it now that I'm older. And especially after watching multiple interviews of this lady, Stern, and Madeline Soto's biological dad. How you feel? How do you feel that she as the mother allowed someone to stay in her home so close? Oh, and I'm sorry. And to give you more information, they lived in a rooming house. Her father owned it. So there was strangers in the home, her, the boyfriend, and the daughter. And she said sometimes that all three of them would sleep in the bed together, and then just Stern and Madeline would sleep together. And when the cops asked her, well, what is like the pajama attire, the night attire that you guys wear? Or just him and her when they're sleeping together in bed. And this woman says she wears like night clothes, she wears like regular clothes to bed. She says her daughter wears shorts and a big t-shirt. But the man, when he's sleeping with her, when he's sleeping, period, he's only wearing boxers. How you feel?
Are you finished?
Yes. Here you go.
I'm trying to think. I had my thoughts and you took long as hell.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hungry.
I feel as though, I don't know what state it's in, but I feel she should like...
Florida.
I feel as though she should go to jail for life. Because you knowingly put your daughter in a situation where it was dangerous. Mm-hmm. She should be more forthwith. She should know by now she up. So she should at least want to make amends or correct the situation. And give every little information she can and be forthwith. Like, what's it? Throw yourself on a stone? Or throw yourself on a sword. She should throw herself on the sword. At this point, it's you with my daughter and you did that? Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I know.
I would bail you out, but it wouldn't be for what people think.
And then I just feel like she should have never had her daughter in a home to begin with because it's a rooming house. Like
I disagree with that.
No, but she had her parents owned their own house. They owned that house too, but it was a rooming house. they had their own separate house where the daughter could have stayed with them.
Okay.
I would have allowed my daughter to stay with her grandmother. I'm gonna see my daughter every day, regardless. You're not staying in a rooming house where there's no room for you. They put you downstairs and with a fake little what do you call like closet thing that doesn't have a door.
Oh, it's like a
there's strangers in the home, and your daughter, like, she's a young girl.
Okay, as a mother, I'm thinking wherever you are with me, you are safe. So that's not an issue for me.
With strangers, anything can happen.
You're with
me. Sleep. You could go to sleep and
you sleeping right with me.
But the little girl could go to the kitchen. Anything could happen.
This is true.
You go to work. You work.
Depending on the situation, if I had to be in that situation, yeah, I would put some bells and whistles. There'd be some stuff going on. Excuse me. But if I didn't have to be, I would never put you guys in danger ever.
No, I wouldn't. So, I wouldn't live with my kid in a rooming house. I would sacrifice.
I don't know the situation.
I would stay there. And I would have my child stay with someone I feel comfortable with. In this case, it would be her grandmother, and I would visit my daughter.
People feel comfortable with their kids staying with their grandmother and their fathers too, and stuff still happens like this, correct?
But me personally, I'm saying personally, where it was only her grandmother in the home, she would have stayed with her grandmother. She would have never came to stay with me. And I just feel like the mom definitely has something to do with it. Because both her interviews, the one from the past, because I think this happened like a year or two ago, she just kept on, I don't know. That was her answer basically during the whole 2-hour interviews. I don't know. In the past and this current interview that's out now, she just keeps saying, I don't know. She's acting nonchalant. Her tears seem so fake.
So let me ask you this. Teachers and social workers and nurses are trained to spot certain things, mannerisms, and way you act. Mm-hmm. You think in school one of her teachers should have seen something or kind of been like, whoa, or was she even around a relative?
I was thinking about that because she did say she was close to her grandmother and they threw a whole little birthday celebration or whatever. I was thinking like the little girl didn't feel like comfortable to go to her grandmother, but I feel like, again, like I said, I feel like he groomed her. And when you groom someone at a young age, it's hard to tell. Like, it's hard for a stranger to come in and tell, like, oh, I think something's not right in that situation.
I think
because they have been groomed.
I think sometimes
know better.
It might be a stranger that might see it easier.
Nah,
you being family members, I think you skip over certain things. Well,
as a mother, wait, you talking about the mother?
I said family members. You talking about the grandmother, correct? I'm talking about if other family members around you that much, they might skip over your behavior and make it towards something else. Whereas a stranger might be like, "No, that ain't the way you acted. That's not normal." Where a person be like, "Well, she did this and this," and you're like, "Nah." Yeah. So it can go either way.
I like that you bring that up because I forgot to mention she did have ADHD, and that's like. So maybe they weren't able to tell because some people with ADHD, they have like jumpiness, like they have different like tics,
tendencies that go with hand in hand with her situation.
Yeah, she was taking medication, so sometimes she would feel lethargic. She's tired, this, that, and the third.
So I don't know too much about what you said, ADHD.
ADHD, me either. Just to put that out.
I didn't know bits and pieces of people I know that have it.
Yeah. The mother gives me sketchy vibes, honestly. I think she has something to do with it.
The mother might be stupid. She might legit be stupid. She might be slow, legit.
And then the cop is
legit might be stupid.
And then the cop is asking her, like, oh, like, well, that morning, did you see her, this, that, and the third? Did she come say bye to you, love you, this, that, and the third? And she's like, I didn't see her that day. He goes, well, does she usually say good morning to you? Like, did you find that weird that you didn't see her in the morning before she went to school? And I don't want to call him a stepdad. The stern guy, the boyfriend, he took her to school that day where she couldn't even, she was sitting there. She's like, I don't know. I feel like with me and you, we always say I love you anytime we step out the house, anytime we in the house, you would know if that's a constant thing. You would know if your daughter saying love you, goodbye, I'm going to school is a regular thing. But the whole time she just act confused like she didn't even know her own daughter.
Let me tell you guys, I'm with such the shits. My daughter is what? Denise 32, 33? Mm-hmm. I know when something's wrong with her. She argued with her husband. She lives in PA. If she calls me too early or too many times, something's wrong. And she doesn't return my call in a certain form or fashion, I know something's wrong.
And then my daughter's phone on the dresser.
And I only speak to my grandson. I'm not too proud. It's not too often. And I know something's wrong. So I don't understand by their the way they talk, the tone in their voice, how if they want to rush you off the phone, if they cut you off, if they're persnickety, it's certain things that you know about your child that they don't have to say to you that you should just pick up on after living with them for so long. And mannerisms only get worse over time as they get older. Trust me, I got 4 of them things. And they all different, all mean. So I don't understand how even though you have ADHD, their kids' mannerism does change. ADHD, I'm sorry. Their mannerisms do change.
Yeah, certain things that
it's not like
with them and
So her mannerisms I don't care if she was more jumpy or she just made pull down. It's something that she did 1 or 2 times that made her mother question.
The mother knew. I really want her to go to jail. I think she knew.
Do?
I think she knew because I watched those interviews and she just it's like it's so it made me unsettled. Like you have something to do with it, and she acted nonchalant that her daughter was disappeared.
I'm gonna say this, and you hate when I say this, but I wish, and I'm not advocate for this, but back in the day, police officers, their cameras used to go off every once in a while, and then pop back on.
I'm not gonna lie.
With the female, not the male. I never do that. But I wish a female was interviewing her, and all of a sudden, like the electricity went out for half a second, and like she stumbled in the dark. No, let's get back on.
No, the cop that was interviewing her the first time. No, his mannerism, his tone, you guys. I think he was ready to punch her dead in her face. Like if you could feel his vibe with her while you're watching this interview. Because I don't care
what race you are or what you feel. When it's a kid, I don't think too many people see race or color. It's a child. It's an innocence. They didn't put negativity out in the world like that yet. To borrow hatred or to want to hurt somebody in such a fashion. And me and my mom were watching this documentary on HBO, allegedly HBO, I'm not sure, where they were saying that men that touch kids inappropriately and doing inappropriate things, should they be castrated? I was all for it.
I think they should.
I was all for it, but you know what? I can't say my mama, but she made a good point. If you castrate them and give them medicine and it does not work, then she feels that that would make them then do worse to a child, more harm than a child.
I don't think so because you live it. I think they will want to off themselves because they can't use it no more. What is it there?
Well, the one guy there, he looked like he said, and that might stop me for a while with the medicine, and I was like, oh,
that is sick.
That's evil.
And then at one point in time in the U.S. they was trying to get make being a child predator a sexual preference. Yeah, they was trying it. People was fighting for that. If I probably heard about that,
I probably didn't take it seriously. If I heard
it was a real
I didn't
thing.
think it was serious. No. So it went over my head.
It was sick. A child predator being a sexual preference is crazy.
Okay. In my opinion, I feel like a child predator, and this is if you got 100% prove that they did it, like you catch them in the act or you have so much evidence, no lie, I feel like they should die a week later. And I don't care what y'all feel, how y'all feel, what y'all say. And this is not me with the shits. This is me being a mother, a grandmother, somebody's sister, mother, cousin. No child. I don't care whose child it is. Not going through that. And that's how I feel. I want them dead. Point blank, period. And that's only if they could prove it 100%. If it's either a sliver or they might not have done it, then throw them in jail for life. You might have messed them up a little bit, but at least they're still alive. And the fact that their family can still see them and they're not mentally abused or disturbed by what they did, but they left this whole mentality, this whole mental on this one person for the rest of their life, that's not fair. It's not fair at all. Because believe me, when you put them behind jail, it's not messing with them mentally. Maybe physically, they might be uncomfortable, but that other person, that victim, is screwed for life.
And then you want to know the craziest part? And part of the interview, she goes, I think it was summer. The little girl went to go visit her biological father in Texas. Mm-hmm. The police found a text in the mom's phone to the biological father saying, make sure nobody puts a camera underneath the bathroom, make sure nobody touches her. Like real random. And he asked her about it, why she sent that specific text. Like, why was it so specific? Was it an incident that happened where somebody was like recording her in the bathroom on the phone?
Do you think he lived in a rooming house too?
And she goes, she doesn't know. And then she said, oh, because it was around the time that people were going on and grown men were going on airport bathrooms in the stalls, in the women's stalls and recording them.
An airport bathroom versus real life. That's what we're doing.
That's what she said. She was concerned because her daughter was going to the airport, getting on a plane, this and the third. She was concerned. That was her excuse for that. And then after that, the cop never questioned her again about it.
Okay, see.
And this is what I said that to say. Like, she was so worried about her daughter being sexually assaulted, where she was on the way to her dad, being at her dad's, but meanwhile at home, your whole boyfriend on and off again is touching your daughter.
Some women choose their men over their kids. Like, they put it in the back of their heart because they don't want to believe it. They see it, but they don't want to believe it because they want a man. Some women want men so much. They will look over and go through so much. She just probably wanted a man and was willing to overlook any and everything to keep one.
I'm not overlooking no man touching my daughter.
You're not desperate.
I'm not doing it.
And you don't have her mental.
Not doing it.
You don't know what her mental is, what she went through in life with another man. It's a lot of different things that go in sometimes this situation. But here's my thing. You're having the father that you have, and I sent that text to your dad.
Oh, he would curse you out. He would question you about it. Like, why are you telling me?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Who you got around my daughter?
Yeah, what's going on? Exactly. Good point. Exactly.
Her father, her kid's father.
My kid's father.
Her daughter's father. Her kid is not a father. Well, he's a father. He's not a daddy. How do they always say that? He's a daddy, not a father, because a father be all in your business. A daddy just let you in for shits and giggles. A father gonna put his foot down and make you do what you gotta do. Why not caring if you get mad at him, as long as it's right? Your daddy will be a father in that case, and he would have whooped that man's behind.
I just feel like y'all need to, as women and men too, because there's some women sexual predators out there as well. I just think you have to be really, really, really extremely cautious and mindful of who you let around your kids. Like, and if you got a helicopter parent, your kids do it. Like, I don't care. It's too many weird, evil people doing evil stuff to kids these days.
Okay,
it's too much.
Say that,
and I feel like people allow people to just meet their kids and be around their kids way too often. And even with family members, I feel like people think that just because they're family, that their kid is safe there.
But you say that she got a whole meeting them. She had them a whole sleeping in bed. That's just wrong on so many levels. What
I just said is be cautious around who you have a kid with. If she was cautious, she would have never let that man in the house to sleep with the kid to begin with. That whole situation would have never started. And even then, the parents said earlier
I think any man she would have stuff happening.
It was stuff happening before this that was like made her uneasy. The parents disassociated themselves with their own son. I'm not letting you around my kid. Absolutely not.
And she knew that her parents?
Yes. And then the cops was like, well, why are you still protecting him if you're saying he's such a bad guy, he's an evil guy if he murdered her?
Stupid.
Not because he sexually assaulted her daughter. She said he's only evil because he murdered her daughter.
Oh, she isn't. They found her.
Yeah, they found her recently, but this happened like
when you told me they
Yeah. Guys, they did find her. They did find her. And he is charged.
Guys, I hope there's a lot of older men where he's going that's been in jail and they're lifers. And I hope where she ends up, there's a lot of blooms. A lot of motherfuckers.
She's not gonna end up nowhere. She's not getting charged.
Somebody gonna find her with her ass.
That's what I said. That's what I thought.
Somebody gonna find, because any two ways.
And her image clearly is blown up. Is viral. Somebody's gonna run into her.
God forbid she's arguing with somebody off the street.
It's probably gonna be a genuine mother, even a genuine father, and they're gonna let her have it because they're gonna let her have it.
Oh, you know what?
And another thing is, she was telling officers how she never let her daughter go to a sleepover because she don't know the people in the house. She don't feel comfortable letting her daughter there. She don't know what the people are capable of doing to her daughter. You let a whole sexual predator into your home with your kid,
but she didn't know.
Like, come on, she knew. If you watch them interviews, this woman knew.
I
believe
predators
deep in my heart that she knew.
Predators could cover up.
I believe she knew.
I'm saying after a while she probably knew, but initially coming in, I don't think she knew.
She knew. I think she had some type of feeling. Mothers get feelings. Like, you just get a feeling when something is up.
I feel like it's easier for me. I knew when my boys were having CODIS before, like that, right? Before my girls. I think they were more obvious than my girls. My girls, I had to nitpick around and try to guess. But them boys is different.
That's it for today. That was just our feelings about it as mother and daughter. And here in this case, it just made me think about, like I said in the beginning, about how my mom was like protective of us when we was younger, and she used to ask us those questions. So please ask your kids about like if somebody ever touched you inappropriately, private places.
You have to ask. You can play a game.
If somebody told you, oh, did they tell you not to tell mommy? Did they tell you not to tell daddy?
I'm gonna have to cut you off because some kids won't openly tell their parents because they be scared because they're threatened. You could find a game or something else to
but the
get
whole
it
point
out.
is you're still getting out at the same.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're mentioning some things and I'm mentioning mine.
So go ahead. The games. What games would you
play? Games? I would get flashcards or like
doing what though? Explain. So that maybe somebody want to take your idea and use it for the young kids.
I use flashcards with certain pictures on it and see how they react. Or you take a doll like they do in psych class and you do with the doll.
Oh, that's actually good.
I'll be like, how would you feel if this one touched your mom in this way? What would you do? Or this, that. It's certain things, well, maybe not that, but it's certain things that people, you know, there are other people out there that are more creative than I. There's different ways, or you could draw, you could do the foam. It's just different things, yeah, that they're into. That
because we was just straight up acts. That's why my suggestion was just that
because my relationship with my kids are now with they. I couldn't do that. I can't be direct with my grandson like that. I would have to go or what like I'm in the video
Every
game.
Kid is different.
Yeah, I'm in a video game and I'm gonna see how they interact in a video game and I'm gonna ask him about it. Certain kids shut down when you ask them stuff directly, so you can't ask them.
That's true. Yeah.
Like me and Denise could talk about stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was trying to get to the point.
Yeah, so guys, please be protective of your kids, please, because people are sick and yeah, and I really do think she deserves jail time, like underneath the jail. Yeah.
I want her home. I want her free.
I want her in jail,
but for my own reasons. Not
I'm pretty sure women in jail would.
That's what I said. If she ever visits, I hope they have a lot of rooms.
Okay. Guys, that was shits and giggles. We out.
Next time I'll be with the shit. She wouldn't let me be with the shit.
Yeah, today's just a little lag day. I was hungry and I'm tired, so I apologize if our video is not as energetic. We'll be posting on Tuesday, and that one will be much better.
This one's on her, not me.
But make sure you show your support. It's free. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, comment some topics that you want to hear from us. And yeah.
Let me know if I can be more with the shit. That's what you do.
Bye, guys.
Bye. She told me I can't cuss and I'm in pain. And she messing with me.
When did it happen?
You're very specific.
Hold on.
And she eating. Oh, I'm professional.
Hold on.